Hello, Kathy.
You're on.
We will open this meeting of February 8th, 2013. Let the records show that all selectmen are present, time being 4:30. I will immediately make a motion to go into non-public session
So moved.
as per RSA 91A:3. We have a plethora of reasons. One is highway and contract negotiations, and the C, matters which, if discussed in public, would likely adversely affect the reputation of any other person. Personnel, legal, attorney-client, and Joyce, is that it? Does that cover it all? Okay.
Second?
I sort of received that one thing, I'm going to plug in and see if it's...
Okay. Roll call. Roll call vote?
Yes.
Yes.
So this is the proposal.
I make a motion that we seal the minutes of the non-public session as it pertains to, I don't even know what that first thing was. It was a discussion of contracts, I guess, right? Until such contracts are executed and as it pertains to public safety permanently.
Second.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Yes.
Is the Birch Hill ready to sign now?
No.
Okay.
Really?
Hi, Kathy, sorry for...
Amazingly repaired itself.
Really?
Really?
Difficult, you know that? Difficult. I'm just saying,
I don't know what he
basketball.
got, but it
Why
wasn't
not?
what I wrote.
difficult.
Come on up. Is Tommy coming?
No.
Okay. Okay. Great.
Maybe better.
All right. How can we help? I know we've talked a little bit about the signage with Tommy, but...
Well, that's the whole thing. We need to know what to do.
Okay.
The flags are a major asset of the business. I think 3 people have come in the store all week. Without those flags, I might as well close.
We need to have some history on this for the public because they won't know what we're talking about.
So these are the long feathered flags that you're talking about that say "Buy Gold" or...
And they don't have to be the long ones. I mean, I can buy little ones, I can...
These are the ones that...
There's so many different, I've been told there's so many different reasons. At first, it was a complaint. Somebody complained about it. But not told who complained about it.
Right.
Without knowing who, there was no complaint. So I'm told by an attorney.
Right.
Then I'm told it's a hazard, in holes securely that I didn't put there, that the town put there. Not in anyone's way, they're not obstructing the parking. Then I was told there was a signage issue. That it was everybody's signage issue. But walking up and down that street today, and I don't walk up and down it that often, every single business on that block has more than 20 feet of signage.
which is being dealt with.
But it's not even flags. I mean, it's the windows. I mean, if I have to take down the words on my windows to have a flag up, I will. I don't care.
Do we have a copy of the ordinance?
Good idea.
And I know everyone, like I said, everyone's been told, take them down. It seems like I'm the only one that has.
Nope, you're not the only one. And you've been told that too.
Have we said what the address is of this property? What is the address?
279 Main Street.
279 Main Street, okay.
TLC Jewelry.
And this is in yellow? This is
Downtown
specifically?
district.
Okay.
Yeah. The lets them have 20 square feet. of signage. One open flag.
The issue is on the side of the street, unless you go to Polly's Restaurant, which is well-known, they don't really attract two businesses downtown.
They're
So
closed, literally.
you know, it's dark and they look like they're not open. You can't have a blinking signage or things like that.
Lights inside.
Hey, I can, as I've told you before, I have no desire to discourage business from you. I have no desire to tell you to take those flags down.
It's just so...
Whatsoever.
I mean, it's not, believe me, it's not you. It's just, every time we ask somebody about it, the flags can't be up because it says we buy gold, and that's signage.
Because it's advertising.
That's advertising.
Right.
And then we were told we could put just the plain flags up, Valentine's Day or...
Halloween
just
or
plain
whatever.
flags.
Where does it
And then we
say
were
that
told
they
we
can
couldn't
have
put the plain flags up.
a flag?
So it's so many different things being told that...
Why can't they put the
Then we
plain
put a
flags up?
sign.
Right up here, it says displays including lighting erected in connection with the observance of a holiday. These are signs that are allowed.
Where are you?
Such signs will be removed within 10 days following the holiday, whatever it might be.
Many required signs.
That is I on page 2.
So if she wanted to put up Valentine flags,
Valentine flags, as long as she's not advertising on it,
right, she could
Is-
take the Valentine
right.
flags down February 24th, that's 10 days.
Signs allowed and exempted.
Which,
Valentine's Day or February 1st.
well, no, it's just like the businesses downtown at Christmas time. Usually, a week or two before Christmas, you put up a sign. Maybe a week before the holiday, you're going to have a sign up, you know, kind of like Polly's.
She puts almost a month ahead of time, she paints the murals.
She paints a mural which depicts the holiday. Her name's not on it. It's just
Graphic,
like
right.
rabbits and eggs and stuff. So, and then after the holiday is over, she has it washed off, and the next holiday. So,
One right after the next,
Right.
pretty much.
Right.
So in the midst of no holiday, a plain flag could be put up?
well, you can have. It says right here, a banner displaying an open or sale message, provided
So-
that only one of said banners shall be permitted for principal use, that the size of said banner shall be no greater than 3 by 5 feet, that the banners shall be flown only during the hours when the principal use is open for business.
Where are you now?
And that's all I ever put out.
such as, like I said,
Are you on N?
open sign, open one that's gold.
Two.
Right.
So,
Doesn't have to be red, white, pink, orange. Can be any color you desire, as long as it says open. It doesn't advertise anything that we buy gold, we sell gold, anything like that.
so essentially,
If I got one that just had gold on it,
That's plain.
so if I'm reading this I, displays including lighting erected in connection with the observance of holidays.
Yeah.
Doesn't say what holidays. It says holidays.
Holidays, they can be.
Right.
I mean, we just had Freedom Day.
American flag.
No, it was, Freedom Day was the freedom of the slaves. Abraham Lincoln declared Freedom
You know, I
Day.
mean, I
What I'm telling you is, and then
Your husband, too. I mean,
last month we had Hat Day.
these are national.
Doesn't say that.
I know that, but it generally.
It says the
speaking-
observance
Not
of
just holiday
holidays.
Every month. I mean, you
Yeah.
have St.
So they
Patrick's
could
Day,
essentially,
Valentine's Day.
if they put attached to their flag,
Like I was saying
a
with your
holiday,
husband.
they could put them up for,
We don't observe St.
10
Patrick's
days.
Day in Tilton though, do we?
doesn't matter.
My head
It says
spins.
holidays.
Spring, it could be a spring thing for Easter coming up.
She didn't get it.
But you can also have an open sign.
We don't
I
observe
mean,
St.
it's right in
Patrick's.
here. It does restrict your size
I
to
get
3 by
it.
5, but that's pretty
I just
big.
hate the sign ordinance.
And it can say
And,
I do too.
open. I told you that.
Feather flag?
Yeah.
I
That's,
think it is pretty much a three.
that's what it is, oh, yeah.
So you could put open on one of those and leave it there forever. As long as it
Oh,
was
open
no
one.
greater than 3 feet by 5 feet.
Right.
And the other one, you just gotta look up all the crazy holidays and put it on.
It's fine by me, as long, it's just an attraction.
Right.
It's just
Do you have a
giving
copy of
somebody-
this?
Yes.
I do. It's just giving them eye-level view of businesses on the street.
Correct.
You know, I'd rather have a flag out there than put a sign on the awning. I know people driving down the street to look up. That's, you know? And honestly, I don't want to spend $500 for a sign to put up there. I'd rather buy a $50 flag.
Well, the other thing, like I explained to your husband, is after town meeting is over, the planning board is going to start having public hearings on their signage. They're looking to change the signage, and when we start those public hearings, we will be inviting all the businesses from downtown to participate, to come and give us your ideas. I'm not going to sit here and say that we will accept every idea you have and put it into our signage, but we want to hear what the people have to say. And then we will design a new signage regulations that will go to town meeting the following year. And we're very hopeful that when we send these letters out, that we get a good participation back. Because apparently when they adopted what's there now, they didn't really get a whole lot of participation. And then after the fact, people are screaming and yelling about it. We need to know about this before it gets voted on. So, you know, we will be sending out letters, so it is my hope that most of the businesses around will come.
And the intent is to bring the businesses to the downtown.
Keep them.
Right.
To attract businesses to
keep
downtown.
Right.
And that's what it's all about. And obviously, with the technology today, the internet, the website, advertising has changed. And so we have to change with the times.
I spend so much money in advertising, it's ridiculous. It's just crazy. I think I spent $60,000 last year in advertising. I mean, I have customers from Moulton Borough, from Meredith, from Alt. They come from everywhere, and they all say, did you find it okay? Oh yeah, I saw the flags out front. It's an eye thing, and it just catches them, and there you are, you know? And
Well, if I have a complaint of any sort, it's that if I get out of the car right there where I'm parked, I can't walk past your flag without getting smacked in the face with it. Where my only objection to the flag.
It's no different than walking under the flags that are hanging off of the buildings.
I object to those too. I mean, I don't want to be smacked in the face walking around on the sidewalk.
See, and I have a different perspective. I like all the flags because to me it makes Main Street look like it's alive.
Right.
And healthy.
you know,
I agree with that, certainly. I'm all
totally
for
agree
down
with
there.
maybe I
Mardi
could
Gras.
get shorter flags and bring them up a little bit more so they're not like,
If they didn't hit me in the face, I'm all for the flags. Balloons for the kiddies. I want to see downtown thriving, really.
it may be the hole that's not in the middle of the parking spot. Because there is one hole that's right in the center, and there's one hole that's not. So I'm not gonna go through holes.
Well, if you, without going there,
But I can get a smaller flag for that.
if you moved it where it wasn't in the parking spot, where you had to walk onto the sidewalk, that would alleviate the problem for me. But the fact is, we have this town ordinance that was adopted at the town meeting, and you've heard it, so we have to do something to
That hole
enforce
there,
our ordinance.
a shorter flag there, so it's not
What is
hitting
the
the
date on the ordinance?
But
Does it
even the
tell you?
flags there, the elderly people get out of their car,
2011.
they actually hold on to those flags to get on the sidewalk in the snow.
I could see where that would happen.
Also, my husband.
Yeah,
2008.
2008.
You know, and they hold on to those flags because they're really dug into those holes. They're not going anywhere. You know, and if it's bad weather, obviously I don't put them out because, you know, it's just,
Just tear your flags out. Yeah.
you don't know what could happen, but,
Right.
for the most part,
So the question is, are we better knowledge now? So you can go back and tell your husband?
holiday flags.
You could invite the chief down for a cup of coffee, have his lights flashing, and then you could right there. Everybody looks at a police car.
Look for the police car.
What's going on there?
Okay, so from 9:30 to 5, Monday through Saturday.
He's
there's
not-
a car there.
The problem is, he's not cheap.
Have to work in the budget.
No, they'll think it's another burglary.
Probably there enough anyway when the alarm goes off at night.
Occasionally, yeah.
I don't know why that goes off either.
Have we helped you at all?
Yes, very much so. Thank you very much.
Welcome.
Appreciate it.
No
All
problem.
right.
I can listen.
Have a good night.
Thanks, Kathy.
Have fun tomorrow.
Oh, yeah.
Looking forward to it, so.
Let's talk about that too.
Not the actual shoveling part, but, you know.
Wow. Well,
Depending on the conditions.
We're way behind.
Joyce, have you talked to Cindy at all today about your alert?
No, we didn't.
Way behind.
Alert?
right.
I checked the weather a little while ago. It's supposed to start in the afternoon.
I heard afternoon myself on Channel 9. They're usually pretty good.
Yeah, that's what I looked.
You get snow in the morning.
Plus, didn't
1 to
I
3
send you the
inches.
one from PS?
Well, that would
Yeah,
be
the
fine with me.
PSNH said early in the morning.
Okay, here's another one from PS. Oh, that's not the weather report. Oh, here we go. The latest forecast is calling for 1 to 2 feet of snow in some areas of the state, significant wind resulting in power outages. It's not giving me time. There are a number of school closings, there's 102 school closings.
It's by
My
contract.
suggestion would be...
by the policy right now.
Morning and then close
It's not
in the
different.
afternoon.
2 o'clock is the time that they're throwing out there when it's really supposed to pick up.
If anything, we're increasing.
And people should be home by 2,
I'll be home by
I think.
I'll definitely be home by 2.
She can take now. It's not any different.
I have to go to Catherine's house, so I have to go down there.
Okay.
I got my
We need to
snowshoes, so
put
I
that
could
on
if I
our-
had to.
We just need to talk about it
Yeah.
tonight, as to when we feel we need to close the office tomorrow. Okay, do we want to continue with our other agenda items in non-public, which would be the legal that we didn't get to? And then go on from there, or do you want to wait until the end and
Let's bang all this stuff out. And then go to the end, and that'll be the end of it.
then do the non-pub at the end?
Yeah, that'd be better.
Okay, got it. Okey-doke, let's go to the minutes.
Make a motion, we bring the minutes to the floor. You want to bring them both?
I don't know what I did in the minutes.
January
Minutes,
30th.
30th and the 31st.
Yeah, bring them to the floor. January 30th and 31st. To the floor for discussion.
Second.
All those in favor?
Yes?
Yes.
January 30th, third sentence, Chair Constantino called the meeting to order at 11:30. Should be a 0.
Technical difficulties.
Where it says, the same page, Public Works Director Dennis Allen joined the meeting. He informed the board that he has done the road reconstruction for the next 3 years. Now, I know
It should
what
be
you
road
mean.
reconstruction plan.
If you've already done the reconstruction, we don't have to budget any more money.
And the capital reserve account specifically should be named, not just capital reserve account. That's the highway construction, I believe.
Highway, roads, streets, sidewalks, bridges.
So it should be highway, road,
Streets, sidewalk, bridges, capital reserve.
You guys need a drink down there?
What?
You guys need a drink? I'll go get you one.
I'd love one.
Tammy?
Yes,
Right, yeah.
thank you. I have the decaf in the bottom. So I don't stock up all night long.
Were we able, this is just a side question, were we able to get in touch with refreshments?
I called Judy, and she's going to talk to Karen Benson to see if she'll work with her again and get back to me. I'll call her again.
Okay, all right,
But she seemed pretty confident.
great, good. Okay.
Page 2,
Okay,
page 2, 3/4 of the way down,
yeah.
says that Dennis is asking the board to give him a list of sidewalks. He will look into it to see if it is the budget. If it is in the budget, maybe.
In the budget, right. Is there any more questions, concerns, or additions?
I'll make a motion that we approve the minutes of January 30th, 2013 as corrected.
Second?
All those in favor?
Yes.
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 We already made the motion, okay.
In the first paragraph, the first large paragraph, where it says, "Both Senator Forrester and Hosmer stated that it is now a safety issue, is not anything to do with maintenance." It really is, it's not anything to do with the funding issue. It's now a safety issue. That's what he was referring to. They use the funding as an excuse that they don't have enough money. It's now become a safety issue, not.
Did they really say that? Both Senators Forrester and Hosmer stated that this is now a safety issue. It has not anything to do with maintenance?
No, they said, what they said was, in talking with the Commissioner Clement, was that we understand the problems that you're having with funding. It's no longer an issue with funding. You can't use that excuse, funding. It is a safety issue, and it needs to be prioritized,
So we're going to
period.
take that right out.
Right, so you have to take that out. Right. It's not about maintenance. We did talk about maintenance in that same paragraph, and I might have stated it incorrectly, but this is the integrity of what Senator Forrester and Hosmer related to us was, this is incorrect. We don't have a date yet either for the meeting. Mark Morrell's name is District 3, Mark Morrell, and then further down in the conversation, you have Mark Morrell in a different spelling. And then a different one.
V-I-L-R.
Chief Cormier added that he, Mark Morrell, was going to look at the culvert. So it's spelled again a different way.
Really? It's not on mine.
Mark Morrow.
Here it is.
Yeah, the "and" is missing there.
Yeah.
Oh, up there, that is. So you have two that are E-L and one that is I-L.
And he's got one
And it-
that's R.
Oh, 3 R's.
R-I-L.
Wow.
That's the correct spelling, M-O-R-R-I-L-L.
Drop the R.
On page 2, under Selectman Dawson, third line, the New Hampshire Evaluation Committee, what is that STE? Is that supposed to be site, state?
Site.
Site? Evaluation
There's
Committee?
an I missing between the S and the T. Site Evaluation Committee. There are RSAs, RSAs. There are House bills currently. That will put a moratorium on renewable energy being developed until they have a plan.
Really?
Yep.
So don't do anything unless we have a plan?
Oh, yeah, they have there's no energy plan. This is being done without any type of, there's no plan in place.
Right.
And they're not allowing the towns to utilize any plans they might have in place. Yeah. Helter skelter. Helter skelter. Helter skelter.
You're dating yourself.
I am, aren't I?
Yes, you are.
Oh, I just totally heard the music run right through my head.
All the things you go with it.
Down in the Selectman Dawson paragraph close to the bottom, Selectman Dawson said that none of the energy that is being produced so far, none of the energy that's being produced is being utilized by any New Hampshire residents. Someone said that none of the energy that is being produced so far. Okay, I know what it is. This comma's missing. That's what messed me up.
You did make that statement.
Yeah, no, it's just that there were commas missing. Okay, that's good. Thank you. Then it's true.
Remind me that I have to talk about next week in mutual aid and non-public.
I just realized I'm cold. Is it cold in here?
Really?
Is it cold in here?
It's freezing.
You just realized that?
Yeah. I did.
There's a breeze coming right in here.
But I just realized my hands are cold.
Did you just realize you were awake?
It's cold in here.
My antifreeze ran out.
Back of my neck ain't too good. Yeah, the breeze is going. I didn't realize we were going to be meeting outdoors.
Not for a few months.
We need to get that built quick, because this is brutal.
Did you see this?
Did we not pay the heat bill this week? Just wondering.
No payables tonight. Maybe
Oh, they're down here.
Says it's 60.
Nope, that's payroll.
That cold draw came off this stage. Tells me different.
maybe the door's open again. Remember when the door was open?
Oh, the hatch?
The hatch.
Oh,
Now,
yeah.
why the hatch would ever be open, I don't know, but it was.
It
The wind.
was.
Remember the wind?
Maybe.
Yeah,
The heater's got the heat coming out.
but I thought that they fixed it so that it couldn't blow open again.
Run up and check to see.
Yeah, the light.
There's no light up there. Your flashlight?
I'm not gonna go up in the attic, but I should be able to feel the air coming through if this is it.
Theoretically.
Yeah. There's no breeze coming from up in there. It was a whole thing last time. I had to go up and it's scary up there.
Scary. It's scary up there. Somebody's gotta go with me.
Me and my flashlight.
Have you had anybody out to look at the senior center as far as the pipes? Freezing the pipes?
Joyce was going to have someone get an estimate. Joyce, were you going to get the estimate for the senior center for the pipes?
I called him again today.
Who did you call?
Still frozen?
Absolutely.
No.
And he hasn't called me back.
Okay. Did you call him on his cell phone?
I called the number that I got out, that I used last time. She's there on watching.
Yeah, it was last week. It's not past Monday. I think I put a slip in anyways, you know?
Write it down, here, if I bring it over, you can write it down on a little piece of paper. That's your new nickname, Pat, 411.
Well, I used to be telephone, you never know.
Well, you do have a breeze.
Really?
That's it. That's why
I think we need to switch tables.
We're sitting right by that
Did they
heater.
take care of that?
I need a rating stick. Do you have a
Take it.
rating stick?
I gave it to Joyce.
Major.
Oh, that's the one I called. This one here?
This
Yeah,
one's
that's what I
pretty
called.
funny.
I called.
Make a motion, we accept the minutes of January 31st, 2013 as corrected.
Second?
Any more discussion, additions, corrections? All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Opposed, abstained? Okay.
Joyce, you're running behind.
Ready for me, Pat?
I am.
Half a little one.
By my calculation, you have minus 6 minutes. Just saying.
Okay, well, let's do the warrant articles first.
Okay.
Oh,
Making odd noises.
Okay, you should
Wow,
have,
I guess.
each have a copy in your packet of the warrant articles that we're working on tonight.
Which draft number?
Draft number 3,
Okay. All right, got it.
and it says, I corrected it for typos and the Budget Committee's recommendations from last night.
Yep.
Article 2, on the zoning ordinances, there's 4 amendments that I have that I need to insert. So where it says waiting for, on amendments from Planning Board, I have that. The next one is you should have all received last week the citizen petition warrant article.
It's 7th.
So is the wording fine to see if the town will vote to assess the sewer betterment fees for those projects that are currently assessed to all property taxpayers in the town, be assessed to only those persons whose drains enter the municipal sewers and whose land received special benefits therefrom, as per RSA 149:1-7.
Yeah, that's what I got called.
Well, that's the way they worded it.
we have to submit it the way they, right.
So where do you want that placed on your warrant? I did receive,
That's not in here?
no, because you haven't seen this yet. You're now officially receiving this and seeing it, and deciding on it.
We have
You
it.
emailed it.
Right, right, but in a meeting.
Oh, okay.
Let's make it number 1, or 3.
So do you want to make that number 3?
Get her done.
Here it is.
Number 3?
Number 3.
realize that a number of people might get up and leave after that one.
So make it number,
Ooh, good point, we could have a crowd. Yes, I like that.
I mean, it might not work out that way, but I've seen that kind of stuff happen
So why don't
before.
we put it next to last?
Nah, because
yeah.
that
And
never
put the
works.
recycling one last. We'll have a full house all day.
Well, the last is any other business to come before.
That's true.
So, but you could put it before, just before the budget, voting on the budget.
Put it just before the snow storage one.
You know what, it doesn't matter where you put it.
I'm
because
kind of, yeah.
Anybody from the floor can vote to move them around. I'd put it number 3, just put it number 3.
Just out of respect for the petitioner.
Yeah, and that's why I chose it.
Okay.
We typically do that,
All right.
but yeah, they can,
All right.
I mean, they could,
Article 4 is going to be the,
Park, Island Park.
Yep.
5 is the Highway Equipment Capital Fund.
Yep.
6 will be the Highway Streets and Bridges.
And you're going to leave that at 65,000?
And then the Recreation Facility will be number 7, everybody.
Yep. Sounds good to me.
Right down the line.
Number 8 for the 20,000 revaluation. Number 9 for milfoil. Number 10 for recycling. Good number.
Sure.
Number 11 for the, oh, did we do the 87,000? Okay, we did do that. This is the energy. And then 35,000 for number 12.
Okay.
Are we all in agreement with that?
Yep.
Number 13 will be for 13,000.
no,
No?
no, we have the 2.
Oh, that's right, it's 2,800.
No, it's more than that. We have the 2 estimates in for the extra outlets,
How much is that?
$200.
200?
Because it'll already be underneath there. I thought that was funny. And then the 28 is for the second ingress and egress.
So another 3,000, so 16.
16,000?
You got the 1,500 from Brian?
That's for the town clerks downstairs.
Oh, that's in our budget.
That we were going to take out of our budget, but I
budget,
thought we
okay.
should talk about that because that price keeps going like this.
Why is it going up?
Well, because there's another component that we'll talk about.
Okay.
All right, so the Article 13 should read 16,000.
Okay.
Are
Yeah.
we all in favor of that, everyone? Okay. And then Article 14, 5,095,470.
I ain't in favor of that, but yeah, we'll go with it.
Well, that number's going to change.
Right.
Because we're going to add the
Does seem like a lot of money.
6,204.
Well, no.
We don't know
Because that's in
yet.
the selectmen's budget. The budget committee has to agree.
Gotcha. All right, so we're keeping with their number.
Well, we're going to ask them this week, correct?
Wednesday, next week, is it,
Ask them to increase it before their public hearing.
they wanted, when's their,
The 13th.
Actually, I think a request should be sent out to John.
they asked to be notified of any changes in the amount. Yeah, final public hearings the 13th. So we need to let them know about Article
13.
12 and 13.
12, they've got the figure. I gave it to them last night.
13.
Okay.
13. So they need to know why that's gone up.
Okay.
And I told them last night that we were waiting for, so they're expecting that.
Sweet.
We would also ask them to increase the equipment and maintenance repair IT line on the PD by 6204 for the purpose of a new server. Yes.
Ooh, my snowbills.
That was easy.
It's getting
So
cold.
can that note go out tomorrow so that they have plenty of time
Yep.
before next Wednesday?
Yep.
It needs to go to John Scanlon as well.
Yeah, what I'd like to do is I'll go ahead and put in the article numbers, because it'll just make it much easier at the
And Lynn
Yes.
Fox has resigned. Yeah,
Last night was her last meeting.
last meeting. Yep, she officially resigned.
Did she resign, or is she's just done this year
term is-
because her
She
term is
said-
over?
No, she said last night was her last night.
Yes, because her term is over. She's not going to be in town for the meeting.
But she said maybe in a couple of years down the road.
Yeah.
she-
Yeah, because
yes,
it's her term is over. She hasn't resigned. She would be up for re-election this year. She didn't sign up.
She didn't sign up.
Right.
And she said she wouldn't take it if we wrote her
And she's
in.
not going to be here for the public hearing.
Yep, she's done. That's too bad. She certainly added a lot
Absolutely.
for that budget
She added a
committee.
great perspective, not always something that I agreed on, but always gave a great perspective. Yep. We have a great budget committee, so we have a great working relationship with them. I think it's worked out well in the last couple of years.
Sorry. No, that was whack.
This is the
Walls
notice
giving
to District 3 about Old Daniel Webster Road. If you want to read that, and then I've got
By
the
the
one
causeway?
for,
Daniel Webster Boulevard.
and then the one for Cottage Street, I attached that letter to it as an enclosure saying that this letter replaces that letter, because when they go to file their new letter, they're probably going to find that old letter, and then they would say, oh. So I'm just giving it to them now.
Okay.
Bear.
Take a peek at it?
Here's the cottage driveway.
Gosh, it's cold in here.
It is.
I'm gonna have to call a meeting just because of freezing. Sorry.
Something.
I'm just saying.
Well, the other thing too is if if these were going, they'd be pushing the air down.
Pushing
I'd
the
be
cold air down.
sneezing. I'd have to leave the room.
Well, you guys are all coughing and hacking and sniffling unbelievable anyway.
Yeah.
Well, shut that off and I'll stop. That's all it
But I
takes for
thought she
me.
cleaned the paddles.
Heck, I could see it as, with that moving, it's
What's
there.
this to me?
Here, you take that one off. Let's see.
Just one little thing on Ernie's, and Chuck went and took pictures for me. The contractors couldn't remove that one tree, the one that ran right in between the buildings right there,
Yep.
because
I
the
don't know what you're
wires
talking
like
about.
growing, Ernie's.
All right, there's
the-
one tree left down there.
the wires running through it. And so the other day, when our representative from PSNH was here, I asked her, I said, who do I contact to see having that line moved? Because it's right smack dab in the middle of our property, and it's going to interfere with our redevelopment. So she put the request in for me, and so I have a request number, so I can call them now and have them come look at it and say, okay, let's move it. And then I checked with RIP to see at Crederi if this was an allowable expense if PSNH didn't pay for it, because I don't know if PSNH would pay for this. I mean, I'm going to ask them to, but I don't know what their policy is.
Does this actually go to the other people's property?
Yes. Goes to that cottage in the back. That the guy has a tenant in there.
So
Pictures of the tree.
it actually goes on our land and then goes over there.
Is there a right of way for it?
There's no right-of-way for it, right?
Well, I'm sure PSNH can produce a document that they've got a permit to have that pole there and the wires to run through
They had
there.
lines across one of our pieces of property and they could produce no document.
Right.
So don't
We
assume.
have a case number, so I can call them.
I would check to see if they've got it, because that really needs to be
Catherine didn't sign
rerouted
it.
She didn't.
to the correct house, the correct property. You see how that goes?
Yep, I did.
Anybody else want to see how that goes there?
This is for our here's the pictures.
Judge, right?
That's really funny.
I'm just saying.
We could take care of the power, no problem. Oh, yeah, I see.
I can say, you can make that call. Just-
Wow.
Yeah, I called Bill Coulter again, so I'll
Look at that.
stay on him. And then the other thing, the engineers for Phase 2A for the town of Northfield for the Winnipesaukee River Trail, they have a meeting scheduled February 14th at 10:45 a.m. I'm sorry, it's at 10 o'clock. I confirmed with Glenn, it's at 10 o'clock. So far, myself and Pat have RSVP'd, so.
What do you have?
This is a meeting, this is a status report on the bridge, the engineering design for the bridge.
Oh, wow.
10 o'clock on the
On the
14th.
Yes.
10 a.m. My status may change.
14th?
Northfield, no, I thought it was the 21st.
Who's doing that engineering? Holden?
I have it written down as the 21st.
Holden Engineering?
This says from Lisa, Rick, the meeting is scheduled for 10:45 on February 14th.
But then
Flowers
Glenn
for the
Smith
lady?
wrote,
He just died. Where's the money?
did you see the one he wrote to us?
I'll have to go check it.
By her.
This was the most recent one, February 6, 2013 is the one that I got.
Okay.
And this is at Northfield Town Hall?
They've run into quite a problem. They've had to ask for more money. The Division of Cultural Resources, the DHDHR, has put quite a few requirements on them to get their permit.
So.
We were lucky. We got ours in days.
It says, Lisa has suggested a progress meeting for WRTA to bring us all up to speed as to where the work on the project stands. Would folks be available to attend such a meeting here at Northfield Town Hall at 10 a.m. on Thursday, February 21st? Thanks, Glenn. And then you sent a letter saying, please let me know if you can attend so that I may notify Glenn.
No, he,
And you sent it back and said, yeah, this one is from Lisa to Rick Silverberg, saying the meeting's 10:45 on February 14th.
See, that's why I just said I wrote it down as the 21st, I'm available. I'm not sure about the 14th.
Oh, okay. Let me read the email further. QCC is scheduled to attend the February 14th Cultural Resources Committee meeting at DOT, as required in preparation for the meeting. So that's her talking to Rick to get Rick to go to that meeting.
oh, so that's a different
It's a
meeting?
different meeting, but
So it's
this
the
is an issue
21st.
that will be discussed on the 21st. I'm sorry, 10
Okay,
o'clock on the
so 10 o'clock
21st.
on the,
I pulled the wrong.
I was right for once. I'm just kind of excited. It's only the 8th of February. I was right once this
We
month.
don't have to go the one 14th.
Thank you, I couldn't handle 2 in 1 month.
okay, so
Wait a minute, give me that. Are we going on to something new?
Yep.
Can we go back to the letters?
Yeah, sure.
It wasn't known as Old Daniel Webster Road, it was Daniel Webster Boulevard.
Okay, all the other communications I had didn't say Boulevard.
I was just gonna say it really, we all know what it is,
Technicality
it
over
doesn't
here.
really
Boulevard?
matter. It was called Daniel Webster Boulevard.
But a boulevard means that there's something in the middle.
Well, to me, I pictured, and I have a picture of it when it was a dirt road. We found that the travel way is not a town owner maintained traveled way, it is a private right-of-way. At this point, we don't know what it is.
Okay.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
We can't say it's a private right-of-way, or if it just disappears and they all own it. That's what I told Mr. Iverson. So it is
this- I took
not we do know it's not a town owner maintained
That's all we care about.
travel. I would say a town-owned or maintained road / right-of-way. But I wouldn't put, and then,
So I used the letter that we sent to the Iversons, and country estates, which was from, and that I got from your research letter. It's just being consistent.
Technical.
All right. You okay with that?
I can fix it.
Owners is possessive, not plural.
So do you want to take the part out about the DOT commissioner at the time shouldn't have done what he did?
You shouldn't have.
I can include a copy of that deed that you found with that.
However, that portion of the old Daniel Webster Road never had a state, never had a right-of-way over it.
She's a teacher.
Never had a state right-of-way over it.
Or a lawyer.
Therefore, the state did not have the authority to convey that portion.
Shoulda, woulda, coulda.
Can I see it?
I was going to give it to Joyce. Did you want to?
Well, go ahead.
I just want to look at it. I've
I
never
was
seen
afraid she'd
this.
forget about the first paragraph, because I didn't write that in.
The first paragraph, oh, about the,
Road/right-of-way.
yeah, just, and
Heck, I wanted to look at it and get
we
ripped
don't
out
know
of my
who owns it,
hand.
just, we know we
Yeah,
don't.
we don't want to, it's like, I was very careful with Iverson. He kept saying, well, what do you think?
Okay, just an update on the, Tim had told you that they wanted to move the date up a week,
Yes.
so are we okay with that?
I'm fine with that, contingent upon getting all of our leases in line with getting things out. I don't know how the chief is lined up with getting the trailer at the PD.
We're ready whenever. Already
If
talked.
they want to close on the 14th next week at our meeting,
Well, I don't know if we'll do it at a meeting. I mean, it'll be a meeting, but I don't think it would be part of your regular meeting.
why not?
Because,
Why?
because it's going to take time,
Yeah.
and it's a lot of signing,
Who's this guy?
and a lot of paper's just going to keep going around the table, and we can't be distracted.
Okay, so we'll come in early that day and do it.
On Thursday?
Well, the
They want to do it on the 15th,
right, their attorney
Friday.
is responsible for doing the closing and the settlement.
And where is their attorney?
I don't know, that's what I have to find out. Usually you do it either there or,
I won't be here on the 15th.
Well, we have to,
we all have to be here to sign, I know that.
they have to
I won't
be,
be here.
they have to accommodate, will you be here the 14th?
Yep.
So will you let them know that all selectmen will not be, anybody else not be here on the 15th?
That's on Friday.
Yes, you won't be. So there's 2 selectmen that will not be here.
Gotta be on make it the 14th.
We'll make it the
Thursday. We're all-
14th.
I can come in the 4th, I mean, it doesn't matter to me.
Well, no,
Yeah,
I would
can't.
just say,
got
I would do it,
Too many things going on with my dad at Concord Hospital.
I mean, I could see that they would want to come here to accommodate the seller,
Yeah,
and that all 5 of you, these are the documents that we've reviewed so far. I was going to leave them, you guys could, I
Miss-
went through and picked out a few things.
We can meet on, all selectmen will be present on Thursday, the
want me
14th
to
during
read
the day.
During the
Yeah, I
time?
crossed out that.
We can accommodate,
What time, or you don't know yet?
we don't know what time,
Well,
we can,
what time do you want to tell them, like 4?
no, we can say
I can't be here
11:30.
for him.
We can say 11:30, because you're here in the morning anyway, Al's here in the morning.
Al's not, on the
Thursday,
14th
yes.
yet?
Normally, if I'm here in the morning, I leave in the afternoon. A couple of hours.
Okay, so Thursday in the
That doesn't
afternoon.
matter. So if they have it in the afternoon, a couple hours in the morning.
So I guess any time between 11:30 and 3:30, what time the kids get home? 3:30?
3 o'clock. But it's okay. Mark,
All right. Anytime between 11:30 and 2. We can meet.
So did you want me to email these documents to you? Does anybody care? I mean, Tim's looked at them, I've looked at them, then they're going back to our attorney to review. I had some of my comments for them to check on. Like, one of the major things was they have to have the correct spelling of your names and make sure that all the documents have a signature block for all 5 selectmen.
That's important.
All right. So, Thursday. 2/14, that's Valentine's Day.
That's what I'm saying.
I know.
Sweetie Day.
Are we having a meeting on Valentine's Day?
We should.
I'm not. If I go to a meeting on Valentine's Day in the evening, I might not live to see another Valentine's Day. I'm just saying.
You ain't joking.
so closing.
No, I won't be here on the 14th. In the morning, I can go by in the morning and
Closing
do.
there, so I'll keep the day open. Closing.
Now,
Love is
and so you want to make sure that the PDs can be out by then, by the 14th? All right, and I think everybody else is out, and Winnisquam gets to stay.
They do?
Yeah. We're just going to sign the lease to them.
14th.
Make sure you can mutual aid. Did they settle on the tower or anything that,
I have not heard.
okay. All right, so,
Catherine you found the letter, right?
I asked him to send me a copy of the agreement, because I was concerned from the way he wrote that letter, or was it an email? It sounded like we had agreed, so if we ever sold the building or left it, that some kind of money would transfer back and forth, which isn't so.
right.
So,
They're giving them the option of keeping it.
Is that for the system?
Yes.
That's what I thought.
Okay, this is the data verification letter that we send out, if you want to hand this to Joe and Al. And this is the same exact letter we had last year, Catherine. This is the letter they've amended every year since 2008. The only
in that second road letter, I also took out where it's now a private right-of-way.
Okay.
Take it my green pen.
The only things that have changed are the date. The process is 2013, and it will begin the end of February. And there are 182 improved properties, and it goes by, remember years ago she used to do random, and then people got upset because, what do you mean you're here again? You were just here last year. So now it goes by map. So this will be the last data verification for 2013, so that in 2014 we can do our update.
Catherine, do you have one of these?
Yes, I do.
Okay.
Community service person can help us stuff these, photocopy and fold them and stuff them, running through the machine.
There's a gentleman downstairs wandering around.
Yeah, I
It
saw
was somebody wanting to talk to Lauren. And I said, well, if you put your name and address down and phone number, I will send her an email and have her contact you. So,
Is that what he was up to?
yeah.
I saw him.
Apparently, he's redone his attic, and he wants her to come and do whatever it is she needs to do to update his. But, you know, I walked
Get a
in
building
and said,
permit.
well, hi, how are you? He's wandering around looking into all the empty offices, you know, what he could see.
I can't find anything to change.
Well, everything's locked up. He said, it's kind of quiet in here. Is Lauren around?
And that
And I
sounds
said, no.
odd.
I'll send it in now when I get home.
This is our data verification. I can send it, if you send it right to here.
Okay, any more from us?
So is this okay?
He may
I couldn't find anything to change.
come into that.
Wow. Okay, let's move
many
on,
years?
quick.
How many years? Oh, my God.
I still forgot about one.
Let's move on quickly.
Okay, quickly, let's see, on the alarm, I called on that invoice, and I've saved every time our alarm codes have changed.
Yep.
And it was April 14th of 2011 that we got that number.
Yep.
And I had the invoice showing we paid for that. So he said, oh, okay. He said, well, let me do some looking, and he said he had to talk to Scott.
Okay,
But I explained what
Great.
the situation was.
wonderful.
Fortunately, I had all the,
Nice.
you laugh at all my paper piles, but when I need them, I can pull it out. Okay, the annual report, just a few more things. The front cover, what do you want to do for the front cover?
I like your suggestion
Yeah, I
of
do
having
too.
a collage of Ernie's,
Yeah.
before and after, and have it, a collage of Ernie's, and then having the new perspective design, or, did you have another
That
one?
I
design,
kinda like my idea.
that design could change.
Right.
On the front cover with a sign saying, please obey signage regulations. Just saying.
Well, how about we put that on the back cover?
I think we should have something from East Tilton this year. We never have anything from East Tilton.
We did
Why?
the Grange last year.
Well, that's different. That's because it was the senior center, not because it was in East Tilton.
Yeah, it was East
East
Tilton.
Tilton.
But
I
it wasn't
remember
because it was in
I
East Tilton.
distinctly
East
remember
Tilton.
saying, wow, this is East Tilton.
Yeah, but we didn't have it in there because it was in East Tilton.
What would you,
What would you want
what
from
is your
East
idea?
Tilton?
Pictures of Bob houses on the lake. Recreation.
Is it
Yeah,
Bob Houses
right?
on the
There
lake?
are Bob
Oh, yeah.
houses.
They're, of course, they're,
Oh, yeah, SpongeBob.
how
I
long
saw
have you
it.
been in East Tilton?
SpongeBob house.
Yeah, I saw the SpongeBob house.
On Silver Lake or Winnisquam? Now, who's
There's
gonna
no
swap
Bob houses that I
pictures,
know of
Catherine?
on Silver
I
Lake.
was just down in Winnipesaukee.
You were?
Oh, my gosh. Then I read a sign that said, caution, the ice on Winnipesaukee is not safe this year.
Yeah.
Bonus.
I wanted to go out and see the Bob House that blew up.
So what are you thinking? Let's have a toss-up. Want to flip a coin?
Why don't, well, I'll go ahead anyway, just to do a little collage, and so we can have it, we can use it for when we do our ribbon cutting or something, so.
We're not making a definite on this ice house thing.
Yeah, we don't have
This is just
to,
one opinion over here.
yeah, we don't have to make a decision tonight either.
That opinion right now is
How are you gonna
underwater.
get a picture of your dad, by the way?
Ice is really thin, right?
There must be lots of pictures of my dad hanging around this town.
Okay.
So that was the next thing, so you guys are in charge of the
Joe's
dedication.
in charge of that.
And I've got it mostly written.
I haven't written the report for the
I say we should do
Chairman,
a collage,
selectmen.
like you say.
I put on
I've
here
just soon
that
said
Sandy had
before or
mentioned
after.
writing some sort of explanation about the betterment.
Call that a collage.
Can you incorporate a statement or something like that?
Within
in
the
this?
selectmen's report? Yeah, a couple sentences, sure.
Just how, what happened in 2012.
Before and after pictures of Ernie's? That sounds good.
All right, I can leave out the conceptual.
I'm just saying that since if you could just add some little words, possible conceptual, or no, just put conceptual. If we can label it conceptual, you know how many people are going to say, that's not what you
I think we should do West
How
Tilton.
do they say that?
and have one of the two standing in front of his new house.
Who? Whom?
I talked to him about that today.
West Tilton. You have the chief standing.
Your second house?
house.
His
new home.
We have paid him so much, he can have two houses.
Right.
See that? Beautiful
Getting off
thing.
track. Okay,
No, we're not.
Work on your
Go to the
collage.
budget meetings.
okay, so we're looking good. In fact, if we do close early tomorrow, they'll give me a chance, and I don't know if Tim will stay, but give me a
All right.
chance to,
Wait, great. We, the budget committee unanimously recommended it.
Wish you had told me. I thought it was tonight. Sarah's coming tonight.
The 7th.
Isn't today the 7th?
Yeah, today's the 7th.
Today's the 7th.
Is it?
Yep.
Well, I had,
Right, we like
in my head, I had yesterday it's a regular budget hearing.
Yeah.
I thought it was supposed to be the
Okay.
budget committee and the public.
It was last night.
Public meeting is for the budget committee will be next Wednesday.
Next Wednesday is the public hearing for the public. That's
It's
when
their
you want to
last
be.
one, right?
It's the 7th.
Their final public meeting on their budget is the 13th, next Wednesday, right?
Yep.
What was last night? Oh, just them voting on the...
Last night was just them talking about warrant articles.
Yeah, and they voted to support the warrant article.
I actually had it down as the 7th, but I had yesterday as the 7th.
Next week we will,
Yeah, next week.
It is the 7th.
because it's the public.
Yeah, next Wednesday. Sorry.
Good night.
Bye.
So
Okay.
we're doing well with that on the report.
What are we doing with the cover? We got to make a decision. It's time consuming. He's jumping away from us.
Ernie's,
What would you
Ben?
consider?
That's fine.
now,
What about a timetable, Mabel?
the future.
No, she's awful dirty.
She's been on it before.
She's really dirty.
Then, now, in the future.
He's handsome.
He's been on there before.
Keep it on him. The year we did them.
Handsome. That color?
I
Is
like-
he handsome?
He's
I think the
handsome
Ernie
and clean.
colors, that's the
Then-
biggest thing that's happening.
Now, in the future,
I think that's a good idea.
down here.
I mean, to try and make it look nice. Some of those pictures that were on our website, you'd look at them, and you'd go, ooh.
We truly do have a before.
Yes,
In the planning, there's a before picture.
yeah.
That's really before.
Okay.
That was what, Ernie McPhail's? It was Ernie McPhail,
There's a
right?
picture in there? Do you think that is scannable?
I don't know. I'm not going to say it's scannable.
I had a big picture of Ernie's.
Yeah. But we do have that one that's on the tax card, so
You want to do that?
the before and after?
It's the biggest thing that's happening this year, isn't it?
Sure.
And you know, it is, and it's a collaboration of,
Right.
it's regionalization.
Yes.
Well, what I thought, the center picture was going to be,
It's 3 entities. One of them isn't even a municipality.
the center
Could
piece
you
was going
make
to
sure
be
that
the
that's
picture with the
recorded
governor
in the minutes
holding the
that
check. That's gonna
Catherine
be the
stated
center.
regionalization?
Go around with. So
that's a
your
good
picture
idea.
is going to be in the center.
My picture is not
Our
going to be in the
tribal
picture.
chief is going to be in the center with Jean Shaheen.
Tribal-
Nice
and all the
going.
people.
Tribal
Check.
chief.
That's the
Oh,
center.
yes, that's a
You
good
know what?
one.
It's in the center and
And
then
then around it.
My vote is for a picture in East Tilton
Oh, small
somewhere.
houses!
We don't need my picture on the front cover of
I
anything.
think the idea is great. The governor will be primarily the one in the picture. If you want, we'll drape a black cloth over.
One of those badge
I
things that
don't
go
think he needs
across.
to be prominent in that picture. It doesn't have anything
Well,
to do
Jean
with
Shaheen.
it.
No, the governor wasn't
Jean
there.
did.
It was the senator that was
Jean
there.
Shaheen,
Oh, good, yes. She had a lot to do with that.
yeah.
The former governor.
And the last thing I have is,
He's a
yesterday, maybe it was the day before, it was late in the day, I got a call from, and I can't remember her last name, but remember the woman that used to be the reporter for the Monitor?
Yes,
Molly?
yes.
Yeah.
She is Governor Hassan's policy advisor.
Yep,
Oh,
Environment, energy, and education.
yes.
really?
Yeah. So she called yesterday saying that the governor had received our resolution and just wanted to get some background on it. So, bam, she got the whole thing.
Good.
So, I don't know if it'll make any difference, but I just wanted you to know that the governor's office did respond.
Our resolution?
Good.
What resolution?
The one for
Specifically.
the state aid grant to get our $1 million.
Oh, yeah, all right, good enough.
Actually, it's $114,000 for the landfill grant.
That hearing was today on House Bill, on the House Bill this morning.
SAG.
Yeah, 11 o'clock, yep. Oh, and I made sure that Tim Fortier, he had our resolution, he made copies to give to the whole Finance Committee, and I said, well, Senator Forrester, she already has a copy, she's our senator. So I don't know how that worked out. But you've been heard,
Good.
so that's good.
Interesting to see what happens from this morning.
He put his name
Yeah.
and address, I'll add something to it until.
Okay,
Anything else?
next, do we have anything Anything that,
You've got your Birch Hill, you've got your recycling, and you've got your highway methodology, right? Okay.
Before you go, this is that littering ordinance. If you look over it, I'd appreciate
All
it.
right, this is one the selectmen are going to do.
That's the one the governing body is. The other one is unresolved. That,
Wow.
I believe that they did that.
That what? That what?
The other one is the legislative body, and I don't know if we're going to be able to do it this year because it says on the one hand that 2 members of the Board of Health should be part of the, like executive committee, and then it goes on, but elected officials can't be part of the executive committee.
I remember that one.
When RSA 120 says that the town's Board of Selectmen should be the Department of Health.
Yeah, I was going to say, we are the Board of Health.
We're the Board of Health.
Isn't that a little bit of, I don't know.
You think that's
contradiction?
contradictory?
I think it is. Just
I
saying.
would think.
What else we got going on, Pat?
selectmen's reports, and then we have a non-public, and the chief is up on that.
Bring it on.
Okay.
So, all right?
Start.
Yep.
Short and sweet, the planning board voted to, and their questions are going on the ballot. They also voted to tell the Fusion Planning Commission that they weren't interested in the highway methodology. And a note was sent to Mike Izzard, and we have heard back from him. He is going to prepare a bill for just what he did and send that on, and we'll see at that time whether we need to negotiate or not. So that's really all I have to report at this time.
Joe?
UST, underground storage tank. We've purchased cameras and the related software for monitoring the pumps. And we've had no major spillage, but we did have a problem with the pumps, and GAFTAC has been called, and one of the keys, the meter actually ran backwards. Now, I'm not sure who had that key specifically. I believe it was the school, but they were the ones who reported it. That key is now out of commission, and the pump is supposed to be looked at. I'll let you know more about that. The volunteer driver program for as far as the RCC goes, is up, it's running, ridership is steadily increasing. The RCC is now looking at public transportation as opposed to the volunteer driver program. Not that they're leaving the volunteer driver program, but where do you go from there? Perambulation. I finally heard from the guy in Franklin. I spoke with the city administrator, city manager, whatever, Elizabeth Dragon. A wonderful woman. She really is, and she put me in touch with the right guy. So I can find 2 of those markers for sure, for a fact, that we share with Franklin, and we can see those from the car, but the last one is going to require digging. I couldn't find it in the summer, so we're going to have to come up with a spot that we agree on. Now, I don't know what the exact process is for that. The Pest House Road, it isn't Pest House Road in that area, but it's the other end of Pest House Road that comes up onto Califf Road. It's called something else, and the name escapes me right offhand. In any case, the road was widened, rebuilt. I don't know what you would call it, but somebody, not the town of Tilton, went in there and plowed the road out. Now, the whole side of the road is different, and I've searched high and low for that marker. So, I don't know.
Whose property is it
You're talking about
on?
coming from the Franklin side?
Yeah.
Whose
Yeah.
property?
It's the road.
They redid the road.
Somebody plowed the road up, or repaired the road,
Franklin
or...
did?
No,
I don't know.
Private road.
It's not a,
It's not a private road.
Yes, it is.
It is a range road.
it's a ranch road, Class 6.
Continued Class 6 road.
That's correct.
So some private property owner that abuts that road.
That's right, I said
messed
that
with
at
the
the
road.
time.
So whose private property abuts that area?
Well, PSNH certainly does. That's the power line right away
They
on
don't own the
the...
property, they just have a right
No,
of way.
you just asked me who abutted that road. So, PSNH on one side. On the other side, I don't know. It would be somebody in the city of Franklin. I don't know for a fact. I've heard rumors, but I don't know it for a fact.
Oh, nothing.
So, in any case, that might be a spring thing, and I'll have to research how we actually ascertain where that thing is going to go, and how do we vote on it? Do we all have to be there? Does the one person, I don't know.
Don't we have a timeline on the preambulation?
This is, we're not due till 2015, but they didn't do the last one, apparently, or we don't have a copy of it.
We did the last one, it just wasn't, the
Whatever it
copy of it
was.
is gone out of town hall.
I didn't say we didn't do it. I should say.
You gotta do it again
There
in
is
15.
no copy available for
We can
whatever
go
reason.
forward from
The one
here.
that you guys did, the one before that, because it has to be done every 7 years.
We have the pictures, so we have proof it was done.
That marker, if I remember correctly, is further up where it splits.
Yeah, I didn't look in that. It said 924 feet, I believe was the
I
exact.
just took pictures of every marker.
Well, then maybe you and I should go out there and take a look, because the paper says 924 feet. I got the wheel from Dennis, and I walked 924 feet, and then I looked 40 feet on either side of that. So I couldn't find it, and the road is different. Now, it splits up over the hill from there. So, well, it goes to a driveway or whatever it does, and
Goes right to the houses right there.
yeah, there you go. And then it goes Range Road, although it's not Pestas Road, but it goes up over the top and it comes right out on Caliph Hill.
We'll have to go out there.
All right, good enough. So that's my basic presentation of what's happening in my world currently. Oh, and on February 27th, there's going to be a baking class at the senior center, and I'm going to show the second baking class, and we're going to make bread. We're going to make like oatmeal bread or something like that. There's no charge for signing up, and get in touch with Sarah Paratori at the Tilton Senior Center.
I understand there's people coming all the way down from up north for that. Friends of friends.
Really? It was a good time last time, and the ladies that were there were talking it up. They were pretty excited.
Yeah.
I've given a number of cooking demonstrations, and I teach for the New Hampshire Food Bank as well. So I've done a lot of them, and it's fun. We laugh, we play, and we learn.
I want a good recipe for pumpernickel.
What time?
Pumpernickel? I have one. That's going to be at 10:30 in the morning.
Look at that, you didn't even have to go to the class, you got a recipe. Okay, Al, you got something?
Yeah, permits are going pretty good right now. Signage is somewhat coming under control. Hopefully, after March meeting, we can come to an understanding of what we really want. Everything else seems to be pretty good in my world. That's it.
Catherine?
Birch Hill Kennels, I talked to him today. The copy that he sent back came from him, from a conversation we had last year, rather than what was delivered to him last Wednesday. So his computer is up and running, and I emailed him this afternoon the copy of the one that's been changed and fixed. So he'll call me tomorrow and we'll have a conversation about it, and hopefully we'll have it for next week. Other than that, everything else went through the earlier conversations, and I'm good, thank you.
I do have something, a very small tidbit in non-public that I'll go over. The senior center, they started doing the work on the kitchen renovations, so that they took out the old 2-bay and put in 3-bay.
Oh, yeah.
They haven't put the hand wash sink in yet because they have to retrofit. And Joanna, they put the grease trap in.
Yay.
Very costly adventure.
To put it in?
To do this with it, per hour for a plumber, very costly to the senior center. We'll be out fundraising, or making lots of hot dogs on Wednesday evenings to pay for it.
I'm anxious to see the
bill?
installation and the bill, because
Plumber was there
I've
all
installed
day.
those my own self all day long.
He was there all day.
That's a pretty basic installation. I want to see it. I want to
With
see
the sink, the vent, and a direct
the
vent.
vent.
The second bay had to have a direct vent, no backup, so it doesn't come up.
Oh,
those.
a stop gap?
Yeah, one of those.
Air gap, an air
Yes.
gap.
Right.
Again, that's
So-
not that hard a thing.
As soon as we can get the
Oh,
little,
no, it's now two, because they have the regular drain and the
Right.
air gap, and it used to be just the straight pipe down. So now you're talking about different pictures, but it still shouldn't have been that
and
expensive.
hooked, don't forget,
I have to go
a
and look.
dishwasher hooks up to that too.
I have to go and look.
So,
A dishwasher
as soon as
installation
we,
should be what we use for the hand sink.
as soon as we get the hand sink, which the hand sink that we have apparently is not going to work, so we need to get a little hand sink.
Why doesn't it work?
I don't know. I got to speak to Tom about that, but it doesn't work, and we need to do that. As soon as we get that, we can get our license, and we can start serving meals on Mondays and Wednesdays in addition to Tuesdays, so we're very excited about that.
You have 3 bays to that sink, and that's not enough to wash your hands in?
That'd be
You have
separate.
to have a separate
have to have a
sink
small
for
You have to have
hand
a
washing.
separate sink to wash your hands. You don't wash your hands in the dish sink.
One is to
In fact, you're
rinse.
supposed to wash your hands before you do the dishes in the dish
Right.
sink.
Let me tell you, don't even go there with the state with me.
And the
Anyway,
special soap.
swear.
Germicidal.
So,
Dunkin' Donuts, 2 years.
we're working on getting TNS over to the outbuilding, that little petition there, so that they can get out of 61 Business Park Drive. What else I was supposed to bring up?
Did you talk about?
That's in non-pub.
Oh, that's right, okay.
That one's in non-public.
Yes.
I have one thing before we go into non-public.
No, your days are over.
Oh, tomorrow, we should talk about what we're going to do, because it's supposed to be 12 to 24 inches of snow tomorrow. They're recommending, the state is recommending that we close early. So, what, did you say?
Early as what?
2 o'clock.
The actual weather warning, storm warning, goes into effect at 2 o'clock, but it would make sense to close before 2. So
People should be home at 2.
Yeah.
It's going to be snowing
1 o'clock, let's close at 1.
in the morning when we get up. It's just not going to be
Heavy.
heavy and a lot. It's not going to be a blizzard condition, it's just going to be,
Well,
snow squalls.
Well,
So they're saying,
Technically,
2 o'clock's
no,
when
but-
it picks up.
So what is the criteria, what's the proponent that we have to let Cindy know if we close it, we close at 1 tomorrow?
Cindy could choose to keep her office open.
Yeah.
Yeah, all she has to do is notify the state when she closes.
Thank you very much for joining us. Stormwatch Tonight weather on the web. Obviously, all the weather focus on a developing major nor'easter rolling on in our direction come this time tomorrow night through the morning commute on Friday. We're talking about maybe a coating to an inch. Not a whole lot of snow, maybe just enough to grease up some area roadways. However, during the rest of the morning, a little bit more light snow will accumulate, possibly an additional coating to an inch or two, so that by lunchtime or 1 or 2 in the afternoon, a total of about an inch to maybe 3 inches has accumulated. But after that, snowfall rates will increase as low pressure
1 o'clock.
intensifies.
1 o'clock.
Close at 1.
Likely comes close enough.
I make a motion, we close at 1 tomorrow and get all the employees to safety,
Yep.
Second.
Means a potential
Oh,
town hall employees. Can I
Yep.
amend that? Thank you.
Second amended.
Because they're only calling for a couple of inches, so you'll be able to get yourself home before it gets really
Can we include the
bad.
non-essential at the PD, or?
Yes.
Chief, that would include the non-essential at the PD. Okay,
Find out how many people are really necessary.
that'll generate, what, within the contractual confinements, please.
I love it.
Thank you. All right. I'm finished with, what is that?
That's,
Oh, okay, got it.
okay. I'm gonna tell you.
Did we sign the letters?
What letter? No,
Joyce
it's gotta
is
be.
changing them.
We have,
The cottage one was okay, right?
no, you had to take out it becomes a private right-of-way. Because beyond us discontinuing it, that's up to them to figure out, I think. We have an estimate, the town clerk tax collector asked for an estimate to more secure her area that she uses in town hall. So an estimate was procured to furnish and install 1/4-inch glass wall partition with 2 operable center panels in the front wall and 1 operable panel on the 90-degree wall, framing to manufacture by, I have no idea what that says. The finish will clear aluminum, keyed locks will be provided.
Key box?
So that when she pulls her panels,
They
she can lock it. The glass partition, if you go down there and look, there is a wall as you come down the hallway. Partial wall. They will meet the height of that wall. That's as far up as they'll go. They won't go all the way to the ceiling.
It's quite a bit higher.
That's what she asked for. And quite frankly, if you look at it, it would make sense, because if somebody stood on the counter and it wasn't that high, they could go over it. The fellow that gave the estimate was here last week. I asked him to come to make certain of his estimate, because the diagram he sent that he included didn't make any sense. After he came and highlighted it, because he didn't show the steps in it, it made much more sense. But while he was there, we realized this partition, she has the half wall right now. It's going to be on her side of it, the office side of it, and it'll take up 4 inches of her counter for this thing to sit on there. So, if we're going to do this, we're going to have to take that half wall and either move it out. What did she ask for the estimate? To move it out to the edge of the counter?
No, to cut in 4 inches.
So it'll stay where it is, but it'll be 4 inches narrower?
4 inches narrower.
Okay.
And it would be cut in from her side.
That's a lot of money.
She wants to leave.
So if you're looking at the counter, she's going to essentially cut 4 inches off of it. So, the estimate we received is, to just do the glass part, was $5,555. The estimate, which would have to be included to that, is another $1,200 to cut down that counter and put it back together.
Now, with all this being done, and this is probably a silly question, are we going to keep that door completely shut on the side? Because if I'm going to put protection up, I'm not going to let the door stay open, and then it's going to walk around and go through the door.
Make it a full door instead of a half?
Something.
Because that door's open. What purpose is there for
Glass.
glass
Leave the door open.
if you're putting leave the door open.
It gets so hot up front, I would think with putting
It's going to get
glass-
hotter with glass out there.
Well, I know, when she runs that glass all the way up there, then she's gonna be screaming about how hot it is in there. She complains now because the door's shut.
Why wasn't this included in the warrant article to include this here?
It'll be in our budget.
Because it was suggested that it come out of the budget, but that one's when it was the 5,555, so I'm bringing it up because it's actually an additional 1,200, which brings it up to $6,755. This was not planned for our budget items, so.
Right. We have things in our budget that we planned for
Right,
this year.
so that's why I'm bringing it up, so we can have this discussion.
We're taking the sidewalks out of our budget. It's going to Genesis.
Genesis, yeah.
We've got 20,000 to do what it,
So we could, yeah, there are things we could do, like Joyce just suggested, or we can add, part of this to our budget.
Quick question.
Or the Board of Selectmen, the town hall is under our governance, can decide not to do this. It's options.
Do we
there.
really need
We
that?
might.
Do we really need it?
There's a glass slide.
Vote no. We don't really need it.
There'll be partitions, as you come in face on, there'll be partitions that slide this way.
Well, what protection is that?
And once you open the petitions, they're
There's no
out there,
For
right?
example, right now, we had a fellow roaming around downstairs.
Mm-hmm.
He could jump right over the counter and help himself
could.
to whatever.
You could.
Everything's supposed to be locked
So the
up.
protection
But it doesn't
is,
matter if the doors are locked, it's really not to
No,
protect
no, I mean
them, it's to
downstairs,
protect.
everything's locked up.
so it's after hours, they need to protect the office
It's-
for access.
That's
No,
the
let's
way
put
I
gates up.
understand it.
Okay, I got it.
What's wrong with taking a gate that probably cost, I don't know, $1,500 and lock it?
Yeah.
Done deal.
I'd rather do nothing than put a gate up, because that looks so institutional, I'm sorry. Because I'm sure it's not
You're
gonna
not
be.
gonna see it during the day, though.
Where's
It's gonna be
Where
according
will
to
it be?
up.
Right.
Where exactly will it be if
Yeah,
it's not up there somewhere?
That's what it's gonna-
There's no place to
because
hide it.
It's
Not
gotta
during
go,
the day.
but you have to
No,
go
no,
around
no.
the corner with it.
That's all they want for nighttime.
You know what I mean?
It's gonna,
And then
you're
what's
gonna
gonna
see it.
secure it
It's
at the
gonna have
top?
to sit there.
But if you record it
So we're
to
going to
the
the
wall,
ceiling.
It's gonna
I'm
be
not up
less
for the gate.
intrusive, but I don't
Gate
know
was
if I'm,
suggested,
I'm
none.
not looking to
about-
spend
I'm not looking to
$6,000
spend
or
lots of money
$7,000
to put up a
on
wall.
a piece of glass.
Has it been an issue thus far?
People have come out, well, I have heard that it was suspected that people have disturbed things on the desks. And I think there was something about one of the computers was on, or, I don't know.
Did you need a password to get into the computer?
I don't know.
We now have
I do
a
know
camera
that I
system
have
that'll tell
seen-
us.
That's right.
We have a camera system.
It records 24/7.
They do not
After the
record-
fact.
They do not,
True.
the cameras do not record where the computers, oh,
It records if they jump over that counter.
They record if they jump over the
They jump over
counter.
that counter, we got them.
After the fact.
If they come into the building,
we
we've
won't-
got them.
Let's
Oh,
not
yeah,
discuss
after
where the
the fact.
computers go and cameras
Yes,
go.
But I have seen
Yes.
committee members come over that counter, just, innocently looking for something to write with a piece of scrap paper.
I've never seen.
I would play hell trying to get over that counter.
I
This is not a
think-
casual, I'm gonna go look for a
No,
pen thing.
$6,200 or $6,700, roughly $7,000 to
No.
keep committee members out of there. I would think, once in a great while, is a lot of money to spend where we could, we've been putting things on hold for 2 or 3 years now and not getting it done because we haven't wanted to spend $2,000 or $3,000. And now we want to spend $6,700
I don't want it.
to enclose somebody. Last year, we just spent fans to cool them off. Now we're going to enclose them in. And they want sun things for the door, for the windows, so that the sun doesn't come in.
Come
It's
up with that.
definitely an unsecure area. Right now, as we speak, that is an unsecured
But they
Yeah,
area.
lock
officer and house.
everything of value in the safes at night. They don't leave money out.
Granted.
So
As far as I know, I don't really know.
we now have these, so if there was a problem, the first thing we're gonna do is go to our thing to see who might have come in during the night. You know, like when I went downstairs, the guy that was there was standing right in the little alcove. He wasn't over the thing.
Al and I have been watching that guy.
You watch
He didn't do anything, he's just looking at things.
He read all the notices on the
It doesn't
board.
matter if that he didn't, he could have.
He could have.
We caught him.
It is an unsecured area, that's all I'm pointing out.
But that's why we got these, the cameras.
But they're after the fact.
Well,
I remain
somebody
unconvinced.
to go after
that we
should you
need
have
this.
a problem.
Okay,
If you could see their face.
so what's the consensus of the board?
No.
No.
I couldn't vote for it at this time. I would have to be convinced there was a need to spend that money. I mean, I could be convinced, but I haven't been convinced yet.
There's got to be an alternative than spending that kind
To
of
me,
money.
right now, it's more important to get the server thing fixed at the police department. We have all these other things already in warrant amounts. I just,
So will we consider it
Date.
at a later date?
I'm not saying I would never vote for it.
Correct.
Maybe if the tax collector was here, I could ask some pertinent questions. She might be able to tell me, yeah, there's a need and this is why.
but we do have some
Maybe.
expenses already this year.
Maybe. My personal feeling.
I think if it becomes a pertinent need and we can be convinced that it's, in the best interest of town hall, then we'll take it out of the budget with our maintenance budget. It's simple as that. But right now, I think that we need
There are
to...
things, I mean, our budget is very tight. What's in the maintenance budget, those things need to get done. I'd be for it because it is definitely an unsecured area. And the way we're going to find out that we should have done it is if somebody goes over the counter and vandalizes and causes thousands of dollars worth of damage, and we may or may not have his face.
But I'm totally convinced that perhaps maybe we need to secure the area. I'm not convinced that that is the only way we can secure the area at that price in that proposal.
Right.
Making it so that panels slide. I think there may be an alternative way. But I'm convinced that we need to secure the area. I'm just not convinced that that's the only way we can do it.
Correct. At that cost.
Right.
So if there's another way, I would be more than willing to listen to it.
I don't know what other way
Another
you would do it unless you
alternative.
boarded it all up.
Let me
You
look.
have to put, in order to secure that area, you'd have to put something from the counter or the top of the wall.
How long has that area been there?
Since before I was a selectman, over 12 years.
So it's been unsecured for 12 years.
Right.
And probably before that for quite some time. I'm just wondering if that's ever been a real $6,700 issue. I agree, it's unsecured.
Yeah, I don't know.
Well, it's just been recent
I don't
time that
think
we
we can,
started locking,
right, I
closing
don't
the
think we
doors.
can really go based on it, because you know what, the times have changed in
Let me look at it.
Tilton. There are things that we never thought would happen in Tilton, and they're happening here.
Yeah.
So,
Ways
I
we
mean,
can
things are different
Secure it.
as far as
Low
criminal
cost.
behavior. But,
Al's volunteered to investigate it further to see if
Let me
there's a
look at it at a
lower.
lower cost, something that'll look nice.
Okay.
okay. There might be some, I think if we talk to a couple of different people, we could get some different answers.
You might be able to find from salvage
Who
some
gave
kind
the-
of,
Who gave the estimate? I mean, did you ask Brian? Maybe he might have an idea.
he was part of one of the estimates.
Okay. That's what I was thinking, maybe he would have something.
Yeah.
Okay. He
Anything
had
else?
great ideas at the PD, that's why I was asking. Not in public.
What? What's it,
Right.
non-public?
And I will make a motion to go into non-public as per RSA 91A:3.
Sign that.
It will
Not on
be
Thursday. It's already been paid.
personnel
And I don't need
and,
to. When I'm here on Tuesdays, I look and sign it.
personnel and personnel, and
This is attorney-client.
attorney-client,
That's not.
Lakes Region
non-public.
Mutual Aid.
Second?
Roll call vote?
Yes.
Yes.
Yes. I have some information. I just want to share.
Bad? Oh, Jesus. When's that meeting?
Disgusting.
Okay, thank you.
Okay, I make a motion that we seal the minutes of the non-public as they pertain to personnel permanently and as they pertain to contracts and negotiations until the matter is resolved.
Second.
But there's a public safety aspect to it.
What?
Isn't all that discussion we
That
had?
was before. You already made that
That was part
motion.
of the personnel.
That was the beginning of the non-public at 4:30.
Oh, that one, yeah.
And now we already.
Didn't we just talk about public safety's thing right here with the chief of
That was
police?
personnel.
Okay.
But that's permanently.
All those in favor?
Yes.
Aye.
Okay, now you can read the.
All right. Okay,
So moved.
Board, we need to move that the Board of Selectmen is authorized by a vote of town meeting to sell the building and land at 61 Business Park Drive, offer financing to Sealight USA LLC with the terms as outlined in the purchase and sales agreement dated January 7, 2013. As such, based upon a purchase price of $950,000, less a down payment of $140,000, the town will finance $810,000 for a period of 5 years with payments calculated upon an amortization of 30 years at 3.73% rate of interest, the first payment due 30 days from the date of closing and for 59 payments thereafter, upon which a balloon payment for the remainder of the principal is fully due and payable to the town, and at which time, if all payments to the town have been satisfied, town financing will end. This financing shall be subject to adjustment based upon material errors or omissions. So moved, go ahead.
So moved. Seconded.
All right. Joe moved it and Sandy seconded it. Motion's been made and seconded. Any discussion? All those in favor of the motion?
Aye.
Aye.
Make a motion, we adjourn.
Second.
Me.
Aye.
Actually, no. This votes no. We'd like to hear. Votes to stay.